Chapter 6088. Charlie smiled slightly and came to him. And Pollard hurriedly asked him to sit down. And then pushed the coffee ordered for Charlie in front of him. Charlie took a sip of coffee and asked him curiously, "Uncle, you suddenly came to meet me. Is there anything important you want to tell me?" This, Pollard hesitated for a moment with an expression on his face and then said, "Actually, I should have told you this matter a long time ago. But you have been in the United States some time ago. And I didn't know when you would come back. So I just haven't mentioned it to the outside world yet." Pollard was silent for a few seconds, and then he mustered up the courage to say, "That's right, Charlie, your Aunt Han and I are planning to get married." Charlie was stunned at first when he heard this and then became very happy. He said, "Congratulations, Uncle. Aunt Han is a rare good friend among peers. You have found a treasure." After that, he asked with some gossip, "When did you and Aunt Han first meet? Have you decided to get married?" Pollard smiled sheepishly and explained, "Didn't the city organize us to go to South Korea for cultural exchanges before? I confessed my love to her in public, and she accepted me. After getting along for a while, we both felt that the other person was a good match for us. And since we are not too young anymore, we didn't want to delay any major lifelong matters. So we were ready to take the next step and start a small family." Pollard continued, "Last month, your Aunt Han and I went to Lucheng for a few days. I bought a ring in advance and proposed to her at the beach. She agreed. We also asked for the wishes of both children, whether it was Melba or Paul. They are very supportive of this matter. Both children are excellent and they don't need us to worry about. They both urge us to hold the wedding quickly. I just wanted to wait for you to come back and ask about your time for our wedding. I want to invite you. You will be the witness." "Invite me to be the witness?" Charlie asked subconsciously, "Uncle, I am the younger generation of you and Aunt Han. Is it appropriate for me to be the witness?" Pollard said seriously, "And your Aunt Han's parents are gone, and she has been overseas for many years. And she has no elders she has made close friends with. After returning to Oris Hill, speaking from the bottom of my heart, whether it is the school where I am or the senior university where your Aunt Han is, or the friends and colleagues around me, most of them are utilitarian and arty people. If we really want to ask any one of them to be a witness, both of us would be looked down upon." After that, he looked at Charlie and said very seriously, "But we all recognize you very much, and both Melba and Paul admire you very much. If you had not gone to Syria alone to rescue Melba, I am not sure whether she would be alive now. So after much discussion, you are the most suitable for this witness. And I hope you won't refuse." Pollard said so, and Charlie naturally had no objection, so he said very readily, "No problem, Uncle, thank you and Aunt Han for recognizing me. And I will be the witness." Pollard was particularly excited when he saw Charlie agreeing and said quickly, "Thank you so much, Charlie. You have been abroad before. To bother you, so the wedding date hasn't been set yet. You see if you can't leave Oris Hill recently. If you are available, I will quickly set the wedding date and choose the hotel where the wedding will be held." Charlie said, "The hotel is yours. There is no need to worry. The Hanging Garden of Shangri-La is ready for you and Aunt Han at any time. You choose the wedding date and tell me, and I will arrange the rest." After hearing this, Pollard hugged Charlie's fists and said seriously, "Charlie, if I say thank you, it will not be enough." Charlie said with a smile, "You are welcome to talk to me anytime." Pollard added, "As for the wedding date, my personal idea is that the sooner the better. After all, your Aunt Han and I are not young anymore. You also know that the secular environment in China is different from that abroad. If she stays with me and doesn't get married, people will inevitably gossip behind our backs. So I want to settle this matter as soon as possible. It can also be regarded as a real explanation to your aunt. I just took a look at it. Almanac, next Saturday is a good day. I will communicate with her later. If she has no objection, we will work hard on this day. Charlie admired Pollard's sense of responsibility and resolute behavior very much. On the other hand, his unlucky father-in-law clearly loved Mei Ching to death. But he just didn't dare to cut off all relations with Elaine in the true sense. So that led to Aunt Han Pollard coming together. Thinking of his father-in-law, Charlie asked carefully, "By the way, Uncle, the marriage between you and Aunt Han has not been announced to the public yet, right?" "No." Pollard said truthfully, "I just want to wait for you to come back and confirm the time with you. If you don't have any problem, we will fix the wedding date and hotel. And then send out invitations. If your Aunt Han has no objection to the time next Saturday. I made the guest list overnight today and wrote out the invitations."